Hi guys, welcome to our second Crafts at Home program with me, Miss Donna. Welcome to my dining room. This summer, the library is having a series of programs for kids, teens, and adults to help inspire and create together as a family. Today, I thought I would guide us through some simple steps on how to make a birdhouse, and I'm hoping that you will design and create your own birdhouse. What I've done is, the past few months I've been walking around the neighborhood and slowing down a bit, and I've been hearing the sounds of birds and looking at their beautiful colors, and they're all in different sizes and shapes. And for me, that inspired me. So you ready? Let's get going. The first thing is, I wanted to show you the materials that I used, and it was things that I had around the house, and that's the idea. Use materials that are around your house, things that you just think about, and when you are thinking about it, that helps you create and design your own birdhouse. Here's what I've worked on so far. What I've done is I've just traced some birds, I colored them with crayon, I painted my birdhouse, I made a little roof. So let's look at the materials that I did use. Crayons, we all have crayons, right? Tried and true. I used a scissor because I needed to cut a hole, which I'll show you right now. Remember, when you're holding a scissor, you're going to hold it this way because it's pointy, and that you have an adult with you when you're cutting anything, okay? You promise? All right. This is what I used. I used an orange juice container to house my bird. You can use a milk carton, wooden little box you have. That's up to you. What I liked about this orange juice container, when I was looking at the orange, can you see that? It was like the perfect size for me to cut a hole for the bird to go into the house. So that's why I chose this. What else? You can use a chopstick. I found a little branch outside when I was walking, and this can be used as a perch. Ribbon, because I needed to tie the birdhouse to the tree. I'll show you later. I have some raffia here that I had during the holiday. It's cut pieces of paper. You can use torn newspaper, torn magazine, whatever you like. I cut up a paper cup, so I made like a little dish. And this I'll put inside the birdhouse, where you can put the bird seed or other types of food that birds like, which I'll show you in a little bit. Here's the paint I was talking about. Non-toxic acrylic paint that I had. That I painted the orange juice container with, some glue, and some paintbrushes. But if you don't have a paintbrush, the other thing I thought of doing is using a sponge. Cut it up and dab it onto your birdhouse. Sound good? So those are the materials I used. Step 2. Let's see now what I need to put in this birdhouse. We talked about the torn pieces of paper on the bottom to make it nice and soft. So let's do that. Put that right in here into the hole. Next, a little dish, or like I said, I have a paper cup for the food. Okay, here's the paper cup. And I'm going to put that right in the hole. But now, how is the bird going to get in there? We need the perch. Remember I was talking about the chopstick or the little branch? So I'm going to take the little branch I found. But in order for it to work, I had to make a little hole here and one right back here to have it go all the way through to give it stability. So let's go ahead and do that right now. There you go. Look, it's all the way through. This way, when the bird is sitting on here, it's not going to wobble. It'll be stable for him before he hops right into the hole. What I did on top is I made a little roof, and I painted that roof. And I told you I used a little gift box. Maybe I didn't, but I'm going to tell you now I used a little gift box. It was nice and sturdy, and I just cut out the top, put it right on here. You can glue it. I had a stapler and I stapled it. So that's what I used. And that's the birdhouse right now. I think we got everything. We have something for the bird to sit on, some cushiony paper, a little dish, and you can design it any way that you would like. So that's step 2. Step 3, if you don't have bird seed, no problem. Check out the other things that a bird likes to eat. I was reading about this. They like raisins. As long as you soak the raisins and they're nice and soft, they love that. Banana, peanut butter, seeds. I roasted the seeds. Seems like they like them when they're roasted. So I did roast the seeds. Apple, rice or pasta. So you can use that as bird food as well. So that's step 3, other foods we can use. So while I was setting up my birdhouse, I started reading a little bit about them. Birds have been around for millions of years. That's a long time. There are around 10,000 species of birds all over the world. Scientists believe that birds come from dinosaurs. I think we already knew that, but I think that's pretty awesome. The chicken is the closest living relative of the T-Rex. Birds have hollow bones, and you know why that is? The reason is because that makes them lighter, and it makes them fly much easier. The size of birds is so drastic. The hummingbird, which I'm sure you've seen around the house, outside, is only 2 inches. That's the smallest bird. The largest is the ostrich. They are big. The egg of a hummingbird is only the size of a pea, a little pea. The size of an ostrich egg is the size of a melon. That's pretty big. You know, an ostrich doesn't fly, they walk. And you know what else walks? When you think about it, they're black, white, looks like they're wearing a tuxedo. That's right, it's a penguin. Penguins walk as well. Penguins also swim. So I found that pretty interesting. The other thing the other thing I was thinking about was their eyes. Our eyes only take up 5% of our head area. Did you know that in birds it takes up 50% of their head area? So think about that. If our eyes took up 50% of our head area, it would be the size of a baseball. That would be big. The other thing I wanted to tell you about is owls. Owls' eyes do not move. Birds' eyes move. Our eyes move. So if they want to see a predator behind them, they have to be able to turn their head 360 degrees. That's all the way around in a circle. I found that quite fascinating. Can you think of other birds that you've seen in the neighborhood? Sparrows, blackbirds, crows, blue jay. I saw a blue jay the other day. So there are a lot of very interesting birds out there. And if you want to read more about birds, we have books in the library about it. You can go to our e-library. You can call me, and I'll be happy to pull some books and put them on hold for you, because it is interesting. I also wanted to mention, before I forget, I hope you guys join our summer read program. It started this week, June 1st, and it runs through August 1st. And it's a little different this year. It's more about reading every day. We're encouraging reading every day. It could be as much, as little, that's up to you. But it's for all of us. And for every 15 days that you log into reading, you get a prize. And we're going to be giving those prizes out in August. So between our series of programs and our summer reading, where you get prizes, I think we could have a pretty fun summer together. Well, I'm running out of time. So what I need to do is finish this up, get some food in here, and hang it. I hope you guys make your own birdhouse. And if you do, could you send me a picture, either on email, tag it on Facebook or Instagram? I would love to see it, and maybe we can make a mural of and be proud of what you've done. So I hope you can do it. I'll see you guys soon. Don't forget, next week, Miss Ashley is going to do the 3rd craft program from home, and Miss Jenny on Thursday is going to do her STEM program. I can't wait to see both of them. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. Have a good day. Bye.